I'm going to start this episode off with my cow farm because I feel like it really needs expanding, because this is going to be my source of XP for the future, meaning it's going to need a lot of cows inside of it, meaning a lot of breeding. And I mean a lot of breeding. Which is kind of why I have made that wheat farm. Which, speaking of, in this episode, I want to make that wheat farm massive, and I mean massive. Not just like a flat wheat farm, but there's going to be multiple layers to it. The sheep needs to get out of the way. But I'm going to make a massive wheat farm in this episode, and I think that is the goal. I'm going to expand some of the other farms too, maybe try and get some gear. But the main point of this episode is to make a massive wheat farm. Okay, so look at how big this cow farm is. It's going to need expanding, right? So this wheat field over here, this needs to grow exponentially, right? Well, before I can do any of this, I need to terraform some of the land, because I don't know if you noticed in the previous episodes, if you watched them, but the land is pretty bumpy. Whilst I don't want it to be flat, I don't want the wheat fields to be flat, they do need to be layered, but they are quite bumpy, so they do need some terraforming done to them. I also need to cover up this ravine, because this is a problem. And I don't know if you have noticed, but another problem of mine is that I don't have much gear, so that is going to be another goal of mine. And I need quite a lot of stone for this terraforming. Okay, so I have started planning out where some of the stairs for this platform will go. This hasn't been done fully though, so there is still changes that I need to make to our landscape before I even move on to the ravine area. But it is honestly going to be a massive project, which will take a lot of time, so I have to think about it carefully. And it is going to take a lot of shovels too, I have just realised with that. This should do the job. I might need to grab some more dirt, but just covering up the ravine should be fine. I'm not going to be bothering to, light it up, because I'm probably not going to see any of those mobs anytime soon. I have opted for a diamond shovel just to make things easier, because I'm going to need to mine a lot of dirt to cover all this up and expand. These flowers also have to move, because this is part of where the wheat field is going to go. So they're going to have to move over quite a bit. I might have to do that quite often, really. This grass also needs to go. It will give me some seeds too, actually. So this is actually kind of helpful in many ways. Okay, I am finding that covering this ravine is a big task, but once it is done, it is genuinely going to help the landscape so much, so it needs to get done sooner rather than later, because this is going to make all of the difference in the end, in my opinion. And with a hope and a dream? Oh, we got efficiency! Okay, that is going to help me out so much, you don't even know. The amount of dirt that I have been mining for this whole project all over. Jeez. Okay, so I have gotten some of the walls placed in now to get the design going, so I can get an idea of what it's going to look like. And whilst from this sort of angle, it does look kind of plain. It's just different types of stone. Once the wheat is in here, it will look amazing, trust me. So it's trust the process kind of vibe. So bear in mind that this is going to take a while to perfect. But yeah, it is helping me get to try and figure out how this is going to go. So that's good. I think I've figured out the viewpoint that I want to view this thing from all the time, because this is a pretty good angle. I think I have done most of the terraforming now. I might add onto it a bit and make the backside a bit higher, but this is where I'm going to build my house in a future episode, and the wheat fields are basically going to surround it, and that's just going to create such a good effect once it's all done. At least I hope. Okay, so I have got quite a lot of stone smelting up now. Well, cobblestone to turn it into stone. Because these walls, as you could probably see, are going to require a lot of stone and stone brick to make. So, yeah. Okay, I have now fully outlined the first section of expanding this, just to get you to feel what it's going to look like. So I'm hoping that's okay. But I am going to need more resources now. That's the wrong way. Which means that I need slabs. Okay, so look, as you move along here, there is slabs, and I think this creates a really good effect and stops it from feeling flat. It just makes it look all that much better, and I think I'm actually going to add another section on back here just to renovate this and improvise, because now I'm thinking about it, this little bit going up here could look nice, could make it have a bit more, I don't know what the word is, I don't know. But in my head, it makes sense. So I'm going to add another layer back here for this project. Yeah, okay, that looks good enough. I'm setting, so I might have to go to bed now. Okay, so I think I've gotten most of the walls done for this now. Like, it's actually looking pretty neat. Now, it does look kind of flat because it just does look like in certain areas that it's just stone. But trust me, once the wheat is planted and it has grown, this is going to look amazing, especially with all of the different layers and the slabs adding onto it. You just got to trust me, okay? It's another trust the process. Just believe in me, okay? One annoying thing with this is that I have to keep placing water everywhere for these fields, and it does get tedious. Like, it's not only the seeds, it's the placing and the water, and then the slabs that go on top sometimes. That is just, it just really annoys me. But it is going to get it done. Like, it is worth it. I mean, at least I think it is. I hope this is going to look good, especially over there. I do have to keep harvesting these fields, though, in order to expand even more. Which is annoying as well, too, because sometimes I'm just sitting here waiting for wheat to grow. Which is very, very tedious. If I do say so myself. I keep walking in my house thinking that the stuff I need is in there, but it's just not. I don't know what's up with that. And once again, I will remind you that the cows are very important, so I will be breeding them throughout this whole experience. It seems the skeletons have come to greet me. Okay, that last shot was just... I don't even know how it hit me then, but whatever. One thing I am realising, though, is that this is the best food source. Since I have all this wheat, I have so much to spare to make bread. It's actually amazing. I do wonder, though, just how many stacks of seeds this is going to take to fill this up once it's done. Because imagine me harvesting this. Oh, imagine how much wheat I'll get. Especially if I have, like, Fortune 2 or something. If I have Fortune 3 too, that's going to get me, like, so many seeds. Might be able to even make a chicken farm then. That'll be good, won't it, I suppose? Not that I'll need them that much, but still. It's worth it, isn't it? I have just realised that this is going to need a light source. So... how are we feeling about lanterns? I do have one problem with that, though, and it's that I have absolutely zero iron, so a mining trip might be required some point in the distance. This is now also taking a lot of hose as well as shovels, so I'm going to make a diamond one. It's just going to make it like way easier. It's just so worth it. So I am just going to hoe everything now with a diamond hoe. I might even need multiple of them, who knows. It is a large area that needs hoeing, so me and my diamond hoes, I'm going to get into work. I've gotten an acceptable amount of iron, I think. This is going to be enough to do quite a bit of the area in terms of light. In terms of lighting it up with lanterns, this is going to do quite a bit of it, so I'm hoping that this is going to go well. Who knows, maybe it'll barely scratch the surface, but it's something. I am now starting to get lanterns placed, which is lighting it up, so that's going to make it also look a little bit better. I have now expanded the amount of cows that this cow farm can hold, meaning it is now the ultimate bit of XP. So, all I need to do is grab 2 stacks of wheat and like breed all these guys up, and I should go up like 3 or 4 levels every single time. So, and that's going to allow me to get my level 30 enchants. However, killing is part of that process, because there's like 1,000 cows in here after all the breeding I've done. So I'm going to have to get rid of some of these guys. And luckily I now have fire aspects on this, so I'll put it into these guys too. So the appreciation goes both ways. And what do you know, there's still so many of them. Jeez. The storage does now need expanding thanks to the amount of mining I'm doing between these trips, and due to all the farming, so a lot of chests are going to be required, especially in the future, so we might even need to make some more. Speaking of mining, I have just been on a massive mining trip, and this is the valuables I've just gotten from that. I don't know if you can tell, but it's a lot, and there's even more in the furnaces just to the right of me. So, I have about like 8 stacks of iron, if more. So, we're rich. Woohoo! Ready? Let's take this off. And look at that! Oh, that's amazing. Fully kitted out now. All I've got to do is enchant it. I'm hoping for something good here. Protection 4? Oh my god! Yes! Okay. Yep. That's amazing. Yep. I'll do nicely on the legs. Yes. Protection 4 as well. Now I just gotta do my helmet. I don't know about you, but I am loving how this is looking, and it's not even done yet. So it's going to look amazing. And I have now gotten all of the wheat seeds placed in, so this is looking amazing. We now just have to wait for it to grow. Okay, so I have instantly changed my mind, and I think I'm going to make some custom trees instead, and I will actually save the house for another episode. So I've come over to gather some logs and some leaves to make some custom birch trees, because I want to make some birch trees. Okay, so I am now fully kitted out with full diamond armor, as you can see, and I have gone out of my way to enchant it with some of the best enchants that I could get at the moment. So now any mobs that come at me are not going to do anything to me. Okay, I just need to figure out where these trees are going to go. Okay, I'm looking at it now. And I don't think I know how to make custom trees, what the hell. Okay, so I've got down where I want the different layers of the leaves to go, but that looks absolutely horrible. And I do need more leaves. Okay, so I think I have got the first layer of the leaves done down properly now, and it is actually looking pretty good. I haven't viewed it from around here though, so I'm going to go around here and have a look at it from where I'm usually going to view it, really. Oh yeah, I really like that. Yup. Okay, I just have to do the top now. I do believe that this will be worth it though, because the trees are going to add so much to this field, rather than it just being flat. There's going to add so much to it. Okay, I have definitely gotten that done now. That looks amazing, at least in my eyes. Don't know about you guys. But that's the first tree done, I think. Now I've just got to pick out 2 more spots for trees. Okay, I've planned out where the other 2 trees are going to go, and I think those are pretty good positions, but I have run out of logs, as you can tell by the one on the right, so I'll go get some of them in a minute. But this looks like good positioning for the next 2 trees. Okay, so I now have yeah, I have enough resources for the other 2 trees now, so let's get building. Okay, I'm not too sure about this 3rd tree. Like, I can't lie, I don't like it. The 2nd tree went well, but this... something wrong with it. I have to tweak a few things. I think this area up here is a bit too thick. Like, there's just too much going on. Yeah. That makes it look nicer already, but I think I just have to shave some of the patterns on it down a bit. And maybe separate some of the leaves. And now all 3 of the trees are done. I'm actually really proud of the 2nd one. And obviously, I've already told you that the 1st one's good. But that one, me no like. Alright, I think that has made it look a little bit better. But I still don't like that one as much as the other 2. I don't know, something's just gone wrong with it, I guess. But the other 2, amazing. Mwah. Chef's kiss. But that one just doesn't fit right, to be fair. To be fair, those 2 are going to be the main view anyways. So, that one doesn't really matter that much. Okay, and this is the final view of the area before I make the house in the next episode, and I am really proud of it. So if you did enjoy the video, guys, please make sure to like and subscribe if you feel the need. You don't always have to, it's your choice in the end of the day. But thanks so much for watching, especially if you got this far into the video, and I'll see you later.